Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another TurtleBlaze devlog. To start things off, we're doing something we've talked about a lot over the last few months. Changing the name of the game. We've decided to switch the name to Intergalactic Road Warriors. Although we intended no harm with the name originally, we don't want people to get the wrong associations. So, we figured the name change was for the best. And in the end, it's not a big deal anyway, because Race Warriors was a working title. So this week I improved the Hearthstone-styled shader I mentioned last week. It really brings static art to life, so it's definitely going to help making the menus feel engaging. This week I also managed to find some time to flesh out two characters. Fennel the Desert Fox and this devil guy, which is yet to be named. Both will be selectable as playable characters. So, which one will you play? This week, I showed off a concept art piece I did of the Intergalactic Road. The Intergalactic Road is basically a stream of guided energy which connects galaxies. This is our version of lightspeed or warp drive, because you can basically just fly your ship right into the stream and exit the stream when you're close to where you need to be. This road will be prominently featured in the game's menus, so I also did a pixel art version of it. And to take it even further, I started building a shader for the Unity line renderer. During this week, our focus shifted towards split-screen multiplayer. Benjamin will elaborate more on that. But as our focus shifted, I felt like it was a good time to start thinking about power-ups. So I started sketching ideas down, and we ended up with a power-up system which installs add-ons to the player's vehicle. To keep the gameplay refreshing and interesting, we use these power-ups as a rubber banding mechanic similar to the items in Mario Kart. We didn't plan on doing a playtest, but somehow we felt that the stars were aligning. So I started designing a track to playtest in multiplayer setting. The track would feature a jump with branching paths, and each path would have its own benefit. Taking the middle path would generally be the most efficient and fast part of the track. Taking the low path leads you to a big jump, which initially slows you down, but allows you to farm boost charges by doing flips in the air. Finally, there's an upper path which leads you to an insane jump, but this path is hidden from the player view and can only be reached by saving up boosted charges. The track still needs some balancing adjustments, but it's a good example of the kind of level design we're going to apply in Intergalactic Road Warriors.
This week we decided to focus more on local multiplayer. The main reason for this is to balance the game. Balancing the game against an AI, which you need to balance as well, is kind of hard. So why not replace AI with the best AI out there? Other people. Plus, we always wanted to have local multiplayer in anyway, so why not change the focus a bit? I've got to say, it's one of the best decisions we've made so far. It's very clear now what we need to change to balance the game. For example, after screwing up, it's hard to get close to your opponents again, which is something we hope to fix in a way with power-ups. Since the game feels at its best when driving close together, pushing forward to the finish line. Doing either front or back flips rewards you with boost charges, to give you a risk-reward thing while driving the track. We want you to wonder, should I attempt to flip at this bump, which slows me down for a short while but potentially rewards me with a boost, or not? To help with knowing where other cars are, and mainly what the track looks like in general, we added a minimap. It's not really styled yet. We'd like it to be some kind of abstract version of the track and proper icons for the drivers. While playtesting, however, we noticed that it wasn't something you'd look at very often. Adding arrows to the game to show where and how close other cars are in front or behind you will probably help more than the minimap does at the moment. So it's something we will implement this week. Anyone who worked with Unity before knows it's kind of a hassle handling input if you want to use a controller. And if you want to support more controllers, it even gets worse. Thanks to a post on Gamasutra from the people who created Immortal Redneck about what assets they used, I stumbled upon Rewire, which I have to say is pretty freaking awesome. After some small setup, it nails input right on the head, which is why we can support a wide range of gamepads and controllers for the game now, and can easily add support for more. For example, we added DualShock 4 support in a jiffy. We also kind of found out this cool trick in our game, which we like to compare to the Hyperboop from Towerfall in terms of it being tricky to learn and hard to master. It involves going fast, jumping and at the moment of coming off the ground releasing your throttle and going full reverse. It flings your car forward so you can nail some pretty fast flips, which gives you boost charges. Before we finish, we'd like to take this moment to officially introduce the third member of our team. Shannon Mason, also known as Pungball, is doing the soundtrack and audio for Intergalactic Race Warriors. She's the one who did the brilliant soundtrack for our Greenlight trailer, and her latest piece is the menu theme, which has been playing this entire devlog. And on that bombshell, it's time to end. Thanks for watching, please subscribe, tweet, follow, favorite, je moeder, etc.